Hello students, welcome to costing methods and techniques class. In today's class also we are going to solve one problem on unit costing. Okay, I'll read out the problem first, then we will solve it. The problem is Sri Jain Metal Works manufactures two types of articles X and Y. The production during January 2017 was X 5,000 and Y 7,500, and expenses incurred during the month were materials 20 lakhs, wages 4 lakhs, stores overheads 1 lakh, depreciation 2 lakh, machine operating expenses 3 lakhs, then labor welfare expenses 28,000, general works expenses 3 lakh 60,000, administrative and selling overheads 8 lakhs 47,000. Adjustments. So here there are two articles they have told, X as well as Y. Okay. Now, material cost ratio per unit is 3:2. Labor cost ratio per unit 1:2. Then machine utilization ratio per unit is 1:2. Calculate cost of each article. Make necessary assumptions. Okay, so this is what is the problem. Now, this company is manufacturing two articles X and Y. But here, whatever expenses they have given, it is common expenses. So these expenses has to be distributed between X as well as Y. So for this, they have given us a clue. That is, a material cost ratio per unit is 3:2. Then labor cost ratio per unit is 1:2. Machine utilization ratio per unit is 1:1. It means, like, considering these ratios, so wherever expenses are suitable, so there we need to distribute the expenses as per this whatever information they have given us. Okay, yes. Okay, now first what we will do, we will find out the ratio. We will find out the ratio of X as well as Y. Okay, but here what they have given, material cost ratio per unit is 3:2. Okay, but this company is manufacturing X 5,000 articles and Y 7,500 articles. So for 5,000 and for 7,500, how much ratio is applicable? First, that we will have to find. So we will have some working notes. First working note is related to calculation of material cost ratio per unit. Okay, yes. Now next line, write down solution. Okay, calculation of material cost ratio. Now calculation of material cost ratio. Okay, in that, material cost ratio per unit into output. So here whatever ratio they have given, it is per unit. Output is already given in the problem. So write down the formula. Material cost ratio per unit into output. Okay. So as here two articles are available, X is to Y. X is to Y. Okay. Now, material cost ratio per unit is how much? It is given in the problems here. Material cost ratio per unit for X it is 3 and for Y it is 2. So it is 3 into. Okay. Now, output X they are manufacturing how many units? They are manufacturing 5,000 articles is 2. Y is 2 into, they are manufacturing 7,500 units. Okay, yes. Now find out the ratio. So here it is 15,000 right, is to, again here it is 15,000. Okay, now here the ratio is 1 is to 1. Hope so everybody has understood this ratio. Okay, now next is calculation of labor cost ratio. Now labor cost ratio per unit is given, that is 1 is to 2 they have given. Again we have to find out for 5,000 and 7,500 articles. Now again formula, labor cost ratio per unit into output. So again, like there are two articles, X is to Y. Okay, now X ratio is 1 into output is 5,000 is to Y is 2 into 7,500. Okay, yes. Now next is, so this is 5,000 and this is 15,000. Okay, quickly find out the ratio. So here the ratio is 1 is to 3. 1 is to 3. Okay, so our next ratio is calculation of machine utilization ratio. Machine utilization ratio per unit, it is 1 is to 1. Okay, so here X is to Y. Okay, now here 1 is to 1 ratio they have given, 1 into 5,000 is to 1 into 7,500. Okay, yes, hope so everybody is understanding. So here it is 5,000 is to 7,500. Okay, so here the ratio will be 2 is to 3. Okay, so we have done with the ratios. Okay, now whatever common expenses here they have given, that should be distributed as per these suitable ratios. Okay, now next line, write down Sri Jain Metal Works. Okay, next line, cost sheet for the year ending January 2017. Articles, you can write X and Y, and here output, X is 5,000 and Y is 7,500. Now here you will have to make 4 columns. First column is particulars, second is basis, third is article X, and fourth is article Y. So same as like we were calculating cost sheet, same like first we need to take direct material. Okay, now material is relating to what type of ratio? Now here we have 3 ratios, that is material cost ratio, labor cost ratio, machine utilization ratio. Now here materials is relating to material cost ratio. So material cost ratio is 1 is to 1. Okay, so here in basis column you can write material cost ratio. Okay, in bracket you can write the ratio, that is 1:1. Okay, now the total amount for material cost ratio is 20 lakhs. So here, so you have to divide it in this ratio. So it is 10 lakh and 10 lakh. Okay, hope so everybody is understanding. Okay, now next is direct wages. Direct wages. Okay, now wages is relating to what? Now again go through the ratios. So material cost ratio is not applicable, machine utilization ratio is not applicable. One more ratio left out is what? Labor cost ratio. So here you can write labor cost ratio. Okay, yes, now labor cost ratio is how much? 1:3. It is 1:3. Yes, now the total amount of labor cost, direct wages is how much? Go through the problem. It is 4 lakhs. Now divide this into 1:3 ratio, right? So it will be 10,000, sorry, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, and this is 3 lakh, right? Yes. Okay, now go through the problem. If they have given us the direct expenses, so in this problem they haven't given direct expenses, so whatever total we get, that is called as what? Prime cost. Okay, yes, now make total. So here it is 11 lakh and here it is 13 lakhs. Okay, yes, now next is add factory overheads. Now go through the problem related to factory overheads, if any expenses they have given us. Yes, so they have given stores overheads 1 lakh. Stores overheads. So here you write stores overheads. Okay, now again you all know, like there are 3 ratios available: material cost ratio, labor cost ratio, and machine utilization ratio. Now see stores overheads, where you can fit which is suitable ratio for stores overheads. Stores, what we are going to store? We are going to store the materials, right? So it is related to material cost ratio. So basis is material cost ratio. Ratio is 1:3. Sorry, 1:1. Okay, now amount is how much? It is 1 lakh, right? So 50,000 and here it is 50,000. So it is 1:1. So equally you need to distribute. Okay, now next expenses, depreciation. Okay, now depreciation. Now depreciation is relating to what type of what type? It is related to machines, right? So machine utilization ratio is applicable. Machine utilization ratio. Okay, now machine utilization ratio. So here the ratio is how much? Machine utilization ratio is 2:3. 2:3. Now depreciation amount is 2 lakh. So divide it into 2:3. 2 lakh it is. So it is 80,000. 1 lakh 20,000. Yes. Now next expense is machine operating expenses. Machine operating expenses. Now machine operating expenses, again it is related to machine utilization ratio. So write the same thing over here also, machine utilization ratio. Yes, and here amount is machine operating expenses, amount is 3 lakhs. Divide this into 2:3. So it is 1,20,000, and here it is 1,80,000. Okay. Now next is labor welfare expenses. Okay. Now labor welfare expenses is relating to what? Labor cost ratio, right? Yes. It is related to labor cost ratio. Write down the labor cost ratio is 1:3, and your labor welfare expenses is 28,000. So distribute it into 1:3 ratio. Okay, 1:3 ratio. So that is 7,000 and 7,000 and 21,000. 21,000. Next is general work expenses. General works expenses. Now general works expense, now general expenses, again it will be related to labors, right? Yes. So labor cost ratio is applicable over here. Ratio is 1:3. Okay, and here amount is how much? General work expenses 3,60,000. So distributed 3,60,000. So that will be 90,000, 2 lakh, 2,70,000. Okay. Now any other factory overheads is left out? No. Right? So this to make a total, and that total is called as works cost. Total is called as works cost. Make total. It is 14 lakh 47,000, and this will be 19 lakh 41,000, right? Yes. Now next comes is add administrative overheads. Okay, administrative overheads. Now administrative overheads, what they have given? Administrative overheads, just amount is given 8,47,000. Now check administrative overheads where it is suitable, whether administrative overheads is relating to material cost ratio, no. Whether it is relating to labor cost ratio, no. Machine utilization ratio, no. Okay, so together they have given administrative overheads, administrative and selling overheads. Okay, so they haven't given any information. Now make a note, write it with pencil. Okay, when suitable ratio is not available, when any suitable ratio is not available, then direct wages direct wages ratio should be taken in case of factory overheads. If any suitable ratio is not available, then direct wages ratio should be taken for factory overheads. Okay, now suppose if related to administrative overheads, if any suitable ratio is not available, then you need to take works cost ratio. You need to take works cost ratio. Understanding everyone? See, if factory overhead suitable ratio is not available, then you need to take direct wages ratio. Okay, it means of this amount ratio you need to find it out. Suppose if administrative overheads, any if it is not suitable for any ratio, then you need to consider it as works cost ratio. Okay, so basis will be works cost ratio. Okay, and here the ratio will be, you cannot simplify this huge amount, so directly 1447 is to 1941. Just zeros will get cancelled, rest the figure will remain as it is. Okay, so if any suitable ratio is not available for administrative overheads, then you need to take works cost ratio. Okay, yes. Now selling and distribution overheads amount is how much? It is 8,47,000. So 8,47,000 should be distributed in this ratio. Okay, yes. So distributed, it will be around 3,61,750. 3,61,750, and this will be 4,85,250. Okay, yes. Now related to sales, they haven't given any information, right? Okay, now this itself is called as total cost or sales, you can say. It is cost of sales, or in bracket you can write total cost. Okay, now make a total. ₹24,26,250. 18,08,750. Okay, yes. The next is, we need to find out cost of sales of each article they have given, right? So what we will do, we will show it in this chart itself. Okay, so what we will do, here we will write cost of cost of each article. Okay, cost of each article. Now X. So total cost divided by output or number of articles produced. So here if you want you can write down the formula, that is total cost divided by output, you can write here output. Okay, now come here, total cost is for article X, it is 18 lakh 8,750, right? Yes. So here divided by output is output is 5,000 5,000 articles, right? Which is equals to, now divide this, you will get it will be in rupees 361.75, right? Okay, now same thing for article Y also. So total cost is 24 lakhs 26,250 250. Okay, now divided by how many articles? 7,500 articles. 7,500 articles, which will be equal to rupees 323.5, which will be equal to 323.5. Okay, so this is what they had. Hope so problem is clear to you all. Okay, go through the problem once again, solve it. Okay, so we will solve another problem in next class. Okay, see you.